Hello, everyone. Welcome to Nails and Beauty Talk. I'm your host, ASIATHABIRD. I have a very special guest with me today. She is the CEO and founder of Jessie Monroe Nail Care. Please welcome Kalena Williams. Hello, Kalena. Welcome to the show.
How you doing, love? Thank you for having me.
I've been great. Thank you so much. So I want to go ahead and get started with how you got started. So how did you get into the nail industry and what was your upbringing like?
Okay, I got into the nail industry. I went to nail school at nighttime. I thought I wanted to do nails, like do acrylic, do everything. And I realized I wasn't that good with laying foundation and all that stuff. But I took a weird interest in the products, mainly
Mm,
because a lot of the products we were using weren't from people that look like you and I.
right.
So I got into that. I did my research and I said, oh, you know what? Let me come up with my own nail polish. At that
Mm,
time, I came up with gel polish. I really liked it. It was an okay success, but it wasn't really moving the way I wanted to move, mainly because I was channeling and marketing towards nail techs.
right.
So I revamped my business and I said, you know what? Let me market the regular person,
Mm,
someone like me, someone like you, someone that's home just want to do their own nails. Let me
right.
market the CVS nail person, or the one
Mm,
that goes to Target and buy nail polish. So
right.
I went ahead. I tried different vendors. I tried different chemists. I found a nice chemist that worked with a nice vendor. I wanted it to be vegan. I wanted it to be non-toxic, mainly because my grandmother was unable to wear nail polish because of the chemicals in it. So
Mm-hmm.
that was my main thing. And then my other main thing was it has to be made here in the US,
Mm-hmm.
as in the products are in the US, not bought from another country and made here.
Right.
Everything is homegrown here in the US. So that
Mm-hmm.
was important for me. So I came up with the quick dry vegan polish, and so far so good. I love it. In my upbringing, I'm born and raised from Brooklyn, Brownsville, New York.
Mm-hmm.
So lived out there my whole life until I went to Queens and then went to college in Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much it. I have a 9 to 5 and I work for the city and
Mm-hmm.
I run my business when I get home.
Oh, that's great. That's a great story. And I like how your brand is actually, getting this notoriety. And that's really, really cool to see. So I'm proud of you. Congratulations.
Thank
And
you.
I hope that your nail polishes become like in stores, like in Target and things of that nature.
Yes.
Because I remember previously in the interview you talked about that, with NailCon. So that's a really cool story. So I wanted to get into about the brand. So in terms of Jessie Monroe Nail Care, so you named it after your grandmother.
Yes.
And I wanted to really ask, what impact does she leave in your life? Like, what was some pieces of advice that she really gave you that really impacted you?
Okay, my grandmother, she basically helped raise us. My mom had me at a young age. My parents were high
Hmm.
school sweethearts. So let's just say I went to my mom high school graduation.
Hmm.
So my grandmother watched me growing up. My grandma was the best woman. Like she was amazing. If I cut school, I would go to her house and she would
Mm,
say, listen, you can cut school, but make sure your grades are good. She
right,
always had my back. And she always said, put your best foot forward.
right.
Don't go outside showing your slip was her
Hmm.
thing, and keep your grape nuts private. Grape nuts meaning your business.
Hmm.
So she taught me how to like keep my head up. Don't let no one bother you. Don't let no one bully you. Because I grew up in Brownsville. So it's a lot going on in Brownsville. And she basically taught me to be tough and
Right,
taught me not to take no crap from nobody. So
right.
when I was out there researching and trying to find different vendors and all this, I heard a lot of no's, but I didn't care. I went on to the next one. I found different chemists. I didn't like your price. They worked with me. It's she taught me to be strong, basically.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think tenacity is very important. I like how your grandmother taught you about tenacity and just having that thick skin, especially in the nail industry, because
Mhm.
it's a tough industry. And I want to get into in terms of your brand also about like what makes it stand out. Like what makes the whole brand stand out?
Well, besides me, um, honestly, my polish, it's quick dry. Like literally, you
Mhm.
do a thin coat, it dries. Once you do your pinky, the time you get to your thumbnail, your pinky is dry. Long as
Right.
you're doing thin layers. It's vegan. I know there's a lot of products out there that are vegan, but we're 10 free.
Mhm.
We don't have the 10 major chemicals that you see in these other products. And we
Right.
also cruelty free, meaning that we don't test on animals. Yes, I still paint my dog toenails, but it's
Mhm.
safe for my dog. But
Mhm.
yeah, what else make us stand out? The name alone, to me, Jessie Monroe represents strength. So when
Mhm.
I say it, or when people call me Jessie, I'm not upset anymore. I'm like, you know what? You can call me Jessie. I know my name's Kalena, but you call me Jessie because that makes me feel stronger because that's my grandmother and my polish is strong. I'm not gonna say, oh, it never chips. It's gonna chip if you're braiding hair. It's gonna chip if you're messing with chemicals. As long as you keep your nails safe, with gloves when you're washing or cleaning, and you keep your top coat on, you're good. And also my polishes are very pigmented. Like most of my colors, you only need one coat. Even though I like to do 2 coats, you only need one coat. That means your polish will last longer.
Right.
So, and you know, polish that lasts 2 years, but I'm not gonna lie, I have some polishes that's like 5 years old and they're still good. As long as you keep it tight and in a dark, cool place, you're good to go. But that's what makes my brand stand out to me. It's me.
Right. Right. Exactly. Very well said. In terms of the brand also, like, how do you want women to feel when they're wearing your polish?
Feel accomplished, because not for nothing, I thought doing nails were easy, and doing nails aren't easy. That's why when I created my polish, I made sure my brush is thick. I made sure my brush was wide. I made sure my brush was curved, so it curves around your cuticle area. Because most women, we have a curved cuticle area. It's not flat. Most things that are flat are your toes. But I made sure the brush was easy to use for the average person, not only a woman, also a man, because I have top coat, base coat, or if they want to wear color, I have that too for them. But I made sure that my polish was user friendly. So,
yeah, that's awesome. Now, in terms of, you also have your own nail tools. So I want to get into the importance of nail care. Like, how important is nail care in making sure we have long lasting wear with our nail polish?
Okay, nail care is very important. Nail care also starts with what you eat, what you put in your mouth, hydration, drink your water. Your nails need loving too. And with the stuff I have the what do you call it? The cleanup brush. I have that. I'm working on adding a nail clipper that's user friendly. I'm working on adding a cuticle push pin. I'm working on that. To me, I feel like it starts with inside. If your nails is brittle, it's a reason why your nails is brittle. Your nails are telling you about your health.
Right.
So my thing is, drink your water, eat your vegetables. If you don't do that, take your vitamins. And also be careful of the shape you have your nails. Some people like the stiletto nails on their natural nails. That's going to snag. Some people like coffin. That's going to snag. If your nails chip a lot or snag a lot, try doing a regular oval look or a regular tapered squared off look. That's easier to maintain. So basically, depending on what you do for a living determines your nail shape.
Right. I totally agree, because I've tried different nail shapes with my nails, and I noticed that certain instances it would snag. So I like how you made that point, because, you know, certain shapes are not made for our nails, you know, doing those different shapes naturally, sometimes it can break. And I definitely agree with that. And also too, I like how you mentioned about diet. And I think that's very important, especially with us as Black people. We have to understand to drink water, to take vitamins, to eat fruits and vegetables and stuff like that. I think that's very, very important, because that maintains the health of your nails and also your skin and your overall health, you know, especially your organs. And, you know, it just, you know, let the food be the medicine. That's what that's what we've all been taught. So that's the whole thing with that. Now, I want to get into nail school. So you've attended nail school. Now, what was your whole experience been like in terms of attending nail school? And what pieces of advice would you give for someone who wants to attend nail school?
Okay. My experience in nail school is probably different than other people. I went to nail school thinking that, hey, I want to be a nail tech. I want to open up my own salon. But little did I know that I wind up not being a nail tech and starting my own business with nail products. Nail school, to me, they only teach you what you need to pass the test.
Right.
I'll say that again. Nail school only teaches you what you need to pass the test. Now, if you want to be a nail tech and you want to be good at your craft, after you pass the test, you do your state boards. After that, you have to invest in yourself and take other classes to learn how to lay a proper acrylic bead, to learn how to do the proper gel overlay, to learn to do designs. You don't learn all of that in nail school.
Right.
So people need to also understand that. Yeah, go to nail school, get the basic, because that's what they're going to teach you, the basic. And my nail school, if I had to do it over, I would pick a different nail school.
Right.
But then I'm thinking, like, if I pick a different nail school, I'm still going to learn the same basic crap. But it's just a stepping stone. You'd be surprised. You go to nail school and might decide to do something different that's involving nails, like I did. But
right.
You need nail school for the basics. After that, it's all on you, investing in your own education.
Right. I definitely believe that, especially like with me, I went to cosmetology school.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my high school offered cosmetology school at my high school.
Wow.
And from sophomore to senior, year, I took cosmetology courses. And then after high school, I got my license before I went to college. So that's the same thing with cosmetology school, because they'll teach you like the basics of nails. They're not going to go in depth with that, especially like how you said with nail school. They don't go in depth about like the nail art, how to have like a nice acrylic bead and how to lay on a nice,
Mm-hmm.
nail shape with a form. They're just giving you the hours and the teachings to pass. You know
Yes.
what I mean? And I think that our system is different from around the world, because from my understanding, I had an interview with Jan Arnold, who's the co-founder of C&D, and
Yes.
she talked about like how in Russia they do nail school for a whole year, and that's why if you look at Russia and in Europe, that's why they're so good at what they do and so precise
Yes.
at the nail shapes that they do, because a lot of the training and a lot of the hours that are spent. I look at different nail artists like Koska Bohana, like she makes like these very long nails, and her
Mm.
precision is like top notch.
Wow.
So I think that I do agree wholeheartedly that I think there should be more hours and more time, especially just honing the craft of being a nail tech or being
Yes.
a cosmetologist. You know what I mean? So I think that's definitely important. Now, in terms of nail school, in terms of all that, how do you feel about the whole education, in terms of like the curriculums? Like, what's your take on that?
Not for nothing. We don't need to learn about where, when, and where nails started from. To me,
Mm-hmm.
it's like having an encyclopedia in your house.
Right.
Some stuff they can take out the curriculum like that. Like, okay, I understand the Europeans, what they added to it. I understand what, Africans added to it. I understand all that. But my thing is, you can actually sum that up in 30 minutes
Right.
and teach me more about the proper bead etiquette. Teach me
Mm-hmm.
more how to do a proper French manicure, not
Right.
just the one I need just to pass the test. I
Right.
feel like they should show you how to run a nail salon successfully.
Right.
Not to say you want to own one, but at least to know what you're getting into. Like if I really want to be a nail tech, let me know how the books are set up. Explain to me what it means to
Right.
be commission
Right.
or booth rent. What's the pros,
Right.
what's the cons? Like to me,
Yeah.
we need to know that. And we
Exactly.
weren't taught that. I don't know about you, but I wasn't taught that.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like you telling me, oh, this is a cuticle, push it back, don't cut it, but yet you're showing me how to cut it. But
Right.
yet live scan, you're not showing me the difference of what's what. I have to go on YouTube
Mm-hmm.
to find out certain things that my instructor should have been telling me.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like the lack of what's going on now. Like for instance, you mentioned Russia. Like I love a Russian manicure.
Mm-hmm.
I love the way they clean up the cuticle area. That to me, that's amazing and it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Show us different techniques.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much it. That's what I would change. I would get rid of some of the old stuff or at least consolidate it into, okay, fine, an hour, not 30 minutes. Consolidate for an hour and then move on. What's going on now? 2021, what's going on now?
Right, exactly. Yeah, I like how you said, because certain things, has to be more in depth. Like how you said, like roof renting, how to book appointments, like, how do you run the books? How do you do that?
Yes.
So I think, especially with me attending cosmetology classes in high school, they weren't very in depth about that, or very in depth about how to run a successful salon business.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to own a salon or have an online shop where you can sell no products, they don't teach you that either,
Oh.
or at least be in depth about it. So that's definitely important. I think that should be established more. In terms of the nail polishes that you have, I want to get back to that a little bit. So you have these cool names. I like the orange polish where it says Chelsea,
Yeah.
and the other polish you named Baychella. So your inspiration has been like by Beyonce and other celebrities. So what has been your process in terms of naming nail polishes? Like, what's your whole thought process?
My thought process go off my mood. When I'm naming polishes, I'm listening to music and I go by what makes me feel good. And
Mm-hmm.
it's no secret, I love Beyonce, I love Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
Eat the Cake, named after Eat the Cake anime. Baychella, Crown Me, certain stuff
Right.
that I know, like Beyonce wears certain colors. So I'm like, oh, that's Baychella. Oh, Crown Me, nice gold crown. It's
Right.
just like Chelsea's actually named after my good friend daughter.
Mm-hmm.
I have another polish named after my good friend daughter, Thailand.
Mm-hmm.
I had a polish called Aunt Gina, named after my mom, but it was an oops color. So I forgot how that oops color was made. So I got to figure it out to bring it back. But most of my colors are named after song, like Megatron. I happen to be listening to Nicki Minaj. Megatron came on. So, and like the polish, I have a yellow called Who Me. That happened because I was talking to my sister and she said something. I said, what, who me? And then I was holding the polish in my hand. I'm like, oh shoot, who me? Perfect. It's just weird ways I come up with names, but no one wants to see bright pink or purple red. Like, I'm like names that make you feel a type of way. You tune in because it's like, to me, songs sell my product. If I put a hot song behind my product, people buy.
Yeah, that's going to sell most definitely.
So, yeah.
Now, like in terms of like celebrities, like what celebrity would you like to have, in terms of wearing your nail polishes?
Well, besides the Queen Beyonce, I would love Michelle Obama. I would love Oprah Winfrey. I would love Mary J. Blige. I would love Cardi B. I would love the lady from En Vogue that have super long nails. I would love Candy because Candy, Candy from Escape, she's like business minded. And I feel like I need to meet with her. I need to vibe with her because whatever she touched turns to gold. And she's just amazing. What other celebrities I can think of? What's her name? Tahiji? What's her name? Yes. No. What's her name?
Taraji P. Henson.
Taraji. Yes. Taraji. I would love for her to try it. But basically everybody.
That's really cool. That'd be really cool. Like celebrities wearing nail polish, that would really go through the roof. Like that would go extremely viral. That'd be really cool. I'm sure that moment's gonna come. I'm sure it will, most definitely, wholeheartedly. And I want to get into, in terms of finding manufacturers, in terms if somebody wants to start their own nail brand. So what advice would you give for someone who wants to start their own nail brand? Like how to find like the right manufacturers, how to work them. Like what's that whole process and what advice would you give?
I'm not going to lie. That process is very expensive. I would say to that person, is it important for it to be made in the US? If it's not important, then I can tell you some of the good, overseas markets that have good quality that I didn't go with, If it has to be US, my advice to you will be Google is your friend. You type in the keywords, they send you a list of products, list of manufacturers. You don't have to buy someone's vendor list. It's Google. Go on Google, try it. Some of them charge you. They charge you $50. They charge you $100. You get it, you try it, you test it out. And when I say test it out, don't test it out for one day. No, when I found my lady, I test that stuff out for 3 months.
Right.
I test out the colors. I test out on other people. I wore it. I did things extra that I don't usually do with my nails, just to see how sturdy the polish was. The vendor who I work with, who has a great chemist, that wasn't my first vendor I went to. That was probably like my sixth one. So you got to realize one vendor may charge you $200. One vendor may charge you $50. All that stuff adds up. And then once you find the vendor, then they have like a certain quantity you have to buy. Now that's if you want to go the manufacturer route. Now, if you want to make your own polishes, because I also make my own polishes as well. I'm actually dropping that line soon. It's going to be like the mystery box. So if you make it now, that's something big because now you got to follow the same formula your chemist followed for your vendor. So that's a lot of work. My polish quick dry been out for over a year now. It took me like 9 months to figure it out. So now I finally know how to make my polish 10-free, vegan, cruelty-free. So I'm working on creating more of that to sell out to people. But it's a lot of work. It's not easy, but it's fun. It's a good stress, if that makes sense.
Very good advice. And I want to talk about the packaging. So how important is packaging and making your product stand out and look attractive to the customer?
Okay, you know what's crazy? Packaging to me, when I first started, I didn't think too much into it. I'm like, I'm gonna get there because everything costs money. Like the boxes cost money, the individual boxes cost money, the specialty boxes cost money. If you want your brand on it, like the imprint on it, that's extra money. Then if you want it done in the US or if you want it done overseas, if it's done in overseas, what if it gets stuck in customs? That takes forever. So I did find two companies I actually use. One for my single boxes, which is a craft recycle box, which everything to me has to be good for the environment.
Mm-hmm.
So my craft recycle one, I don't have one close by. Crap. It holds one in it. It's a thick brown box. And what I do is I stamp my logo on it. And then I have the custom one like this. This holds 5. It has all my information on it. This actually was very expensive to make, mainly because the starting for this, you have to order 5,000 boxes. The starting. Now, if you want it to be cheaper, you have to order 15, 20,000. I'm not there yet. So I had to pay more money just to get 5,000. So maybe in the future, hopefully next year, I could say, you know what, I need 20,000. So you have to chop that price in half. But to me, as growing my business, I realized packaging is cute. Some people like packaging. I'm not a packaging person. I buy something, I rip it up, throw it away. I'm looking at the object I bought. Some people actually like something to be so beautiful, clean, and sleek. Like, oh, this is so cute. And they actually keep it. I'm not that much of a hoarder. I throw things out. So packaging depends on the person and depends on how you want your brand. Because there's some people, their brand is real big. And then I check out their packaging. It's whack. But yet they're so big. So I guess it depends on you. I try to even it out on both ends. I have my fancy one, then I have my simple one. As long as they're both good for the environment, I'm good.
Yeah, totally. In terms of business, of how to run a successful business, what are some pieces of advice in terms of marketing, and how does one successfully run a nail business?
Ooh, that's a good question. I'm still learning that, to be honest with you. Marketing is something I'm still playing with, because I'm not only am I the CEO and founder, I'm also the marketing person. I'm also the Instagram person, the packing your order. I'm everything. So it's hard right now trying to find a balance, and marketing is everything. I'm not going to lie. Some people need a coach. I had a business coach. Janelle B. Stewart, she helped me out a lot. I joined her content program. Her content program basically helped me with my content. Like, if people look at my page, it's a big difference from when I first started last year to now. Like, you can see the change. And it's because I invested in myself and took the classes online to learn how to do better marketing and better captions for my stuff, to ask a question in my comment section instead of just saying beautiful pink nails. No, ask them a question. Hey, when the last time you painted your nails pink? You know, make it engaging. So I learned a lot because I had a business coach and a content creator class that I was going to. So marketing is something you have to invest in. And to be successful, again, invest in yourself.
Most definitely. Now, in terms of the nail industry or the beauty industry as a whole, how important is it to support Black businesses?
Very important. To me, I'm so pro Black business, small business. But since we're talking about Black business, I'm very last year, I'm not sure if you were following me last year, I actually did a Black business box giveaway. I reached out to over 200 Black owned businesses. And out of 200, I want to say 25 said yes. So you see how many no's I got. But I understand they're big companies, I'm not giving this girl a free product. And what I did was I created 5 business boxes full of products. It was barbecue sauce, it was jewelry, it was hand cream, it was candles, it was everything. And it was all Black owned business. And what I did was I created email and I sent all the contacts to everyone. Hey, we have to keep in touch. If you have something, let's support each other. Some of them have hit me up and I send them some stuff. Hey, here, use that for your giveaway. So far, others, they haven't hit me up yet, but I'm here for you. But I'm so into supporting Black owned business, women owned business. It's just like, we have to stick together, because it kind of sucks when you see people rush and buy other brands that's not as good as your brand, or people that buy other brands that have the same vendor your brand has. So it's like, so you're not supporting me. Why? I don't want to say because I'm Black. I don't want to make it a race thing, but why? But I don't know. I feel like it's important. I buy from a Black business probably every other week. So every paycheck, I buy something. I even buy Black owned bread that's shipped to me. So I support.
Yeah, most definitely. I think especially the time that we're in now, I think it's very important for us to support each other and support each other's businesses. I think that's very important as well. Now, in terms of the beauty industry also, how do you feel about the whole progression of the beauty industry from how you first got into it to now?
It's very competitive. it's cutthroat.
Mm-hmm.
I realized there's some people where they only work with a certain brand and that's it. They're closed-minded off of other brands.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think the beauty industry would be like that because it's $1 billion industry. I figured you use everybody. I mean, I go in a nail salon, I see OPI, SE, Zoya, all those brands. Why not add Jessie Monroe to that line? I mean, but some people won't. They don't know you, haven't been around longer. They don't trust you. You don't have the right celebrity endorsement, you know? So people are not willing to give new businesses like myself a chance, which I totally understand because, again, you have to trust. But it doesn't hurt for you to buy one bottle and try it out. You might like it. So I think the industry is based on trust. There's a lack of trust in the industry.
That's a very interesting point because I think I can agree with that, not agree, but agree with that. You know what I mean? Because I feel like, you know, there has to be a bit more in terms of like trust, like how you said with other brands, especially small businesses in general. And I think also with the beauty industry, I like how there's a lot of these products that are out now to how to make your nail salon businesses and services efficient. And, you know, have long lasting more with nails. I think the possibilities have been so endless, and the nail industry shows that the possibilities are endless with things that you can do, different techniques, different nail styles. And I'm so inspired by people around the world that make these cool, intricate nail designs, and especially within the fashion industry. And the fashion industry has put out different nail artists and given them credit, you know, collaborating with these fashion designers to do these intricate nail designs, like with C&D is well known for working with the Blondes and Libertine. And you see different nail artists, you know, from New York and different parts of the world work with different fashion designers who are well known around the world. So I think also with that, I think with it, the diversity is there in the nail industry, you know, and I think, you know, also like how you said, there has to be a bit more trust in terms of supporting, you know, small businesses in general, and, you know, being, you know, a bit more inclusive.
Yes.
You know, especially helping, you know, one's brand. And, you know, like how you said, you know, there's nothing wrong with at least trying a polish or even investing, you know, in different small brands. And I think that does make a huge, huge difference. So I want to ask this other question and pertain to, I want to get to motivational related things. So how would you define success?
Success. I would say success is what you make it. For instance, today to me was a successful day. I have an interview with you. I make different goals. And once I hit that goal, I feel successful. I'm like, cool. I did everything I had to do today. It's like a check mark. Like each day I set a goal. And today's goal was get the restock stuff in order. Get your email ready. Be ready by 6:30 for the interview with Asia. Like I made sure, like to me, I feel like once this interview is over, I'm going to be like, oh, this is a successful day. So to me, I feel like people need to stop. They don't need to stop, but in my opinion, I feel like stop thinking everything has to be here. Can you see me? Yeah, here.
Yeah.
It's like there's levels to everything. So each level, you have to say, you know what, good job. You did good today.
Right.
Even though if you don't hit all your 5 tasks that you've written down, it's just you have to let yourself know, you know what? You could have stood in the bed all day and watched Netflix, but you didn't. You got up, you did this, you did that, you did that. You called Tom, paid Peter, Rob Paul, whatever. You did a good day. So to me, I feel like success is different layers, and you just have to continue on telling yourself you did good. Don't beat yourself up.
Right. I most definitely agree. And I like how you said, like, in terms of like the small goals, like celebrate those small goals, you know, because those small goals can make a huge difference. Yeah. And, you know, it doesn't have to be something that's like huge, like winning an award and things of that nature. Yeah. And of course, that's really cool. And it's really great to have that accomplishment, you know, also too, like, you know, but also to have those small goals, you know, to achieve them, accomplish them, and be proud of yourself. Sometimes reward yourself also too. You know, and I've also been taught all the time, you know, in terms of what my father always instilled in me was seize opportunities. I think that's part of success as well. You know, preparation meets opportunity. And when you're prepared, you can seize that opportunity to help yourself grow and take your artistry or what you do to the next level. So I think that's most definitely important. Now, I want to get into mental health really quickly. So how important is mental health? How important is that topic?
Mental health is very important. My major in college was psychology, mental health. In college as well as in high school. I went to Washington Irving High School. I went to Norfolk State University in Virginia, HBCU, for psychology, mental health. It's very important to me. I'm very big on taking time for yourself. If that means speaking to someone, that means meditation, if that means just listening to an audiobook, by any means necessary, take time for yourself, because it's serious.
Right.
Like, now you're so busy trying to please others, forget about yourself. Like, I was so busy being a mom and being a wife and working that when's Kalena time, you know? So when I realized Kalena needs some time, Kalena went to nail school. When I realized Kalena needed to do something else besides work and take care of her family, I started a business, you know? So now it's like, I make sure, even though I do my own manicures and pedicures, I still treat myself once a month and I go get it done professionally, of course, with my products. But I make sure every morning when I wake up, I don't touch my phone. It's my time. I stretch. I can touch my toes, and I'm not no slim girl. So
right, exactly.
I take time. I do breathing exercise. I thought that whole breathing technique was bullcrap. No, it's actually relaxing, and it takes time. It takes time for you to get out of here. So I feel like when you're steady on the hamster are just going.
Right.
You get overwhelmed. You get flustered. You start treating people bad. You start lashing out to people. So, or you're extremely nice to people, but you're mean to yourself internally, as in what you eat, how you treat your body. Is just take time for yourself. Mental health to me is very serious. Like, I try to teach my son, hey, let's do yoga. My son does yoga. He's 8 years old. So it's time to yourself, and you need it. Everyone needs, I don't care if it's 5 minutes. If you can get an hour, that's amazing. But if it's 5 minutes, sometimes that's all you need is 5 minutes. Just like them cat naps. You take a 10-minute cat nap, you refresh, you feel good. So take any time you can for yourself. It could be morning, lunchtime, whenever. Just take that silence time or that music time and call it a day.
Right. I definitely agree with that because, you know, especially with me being an artist, sometimes, you know, I get hard on myself, you know, and especially with us, you know, who have careers, especially in the beauty industry in general, sometimes we get hard on ourselves and we beat ourselves up about certain mistakes that we've done and things like that. And, you know, and I like how you say, you know, sometimes it's good to take a break, you know, sometimes good to just relax and meditate, you know, have a nap, you know, maybe read a book, you know, or watch your favorite TV show and things like that. So I think that self-care is very important. And I'm glad that also, especially in our community, you know, everybody is talking about mental health a lot more now, you know, and a lot of other people in different groups in general are talking about, you know, mental health and how important it is, because that's very, very important. Self-care is very, very important. There's a saying called health is wealth. So that's definitely something that, you know, we have to understand and keep in mind. In terms of balance, how do you balance work and daily life?
I'm still trying to figure that out. Like today, I didn't cook dinner. It's not easy. But like I said, I make it work. I work a regular 9 to 5. I pick up my son from after school care. We come home, he does his homework, I cook dinner. In the meantime, I'm checking orders, I'm answering Instagram, I'm answering all the emails that I get daily. I had no clue how many emails come with owning a business. It's that's how should I put it? Early mornings, late nights.
Right.
But I'm one of those people I can function off of 5 hours of sleep. So I feel like since I put 8 hours into a company that I don't own, why not put that same time into a company that I do own? So that's one of my things. But as long as my husband's happy, my son is fed and he's happy, we good. My husband understands I'm running a business, so he has his time. I have my time. So, and sometimes my son comes down here and he helps me. So that's how I try to incorporate the mommy and me time with him. So now I'm not gonna lie, every day it's a struggle. It's not easy. It's not.
Right, exactly. In terms of the Jessie Monroe Nail Care brand, how do you want your brand to be remembered?
How do I want my brand to be remembered? As a reliable product, as a product that's honest, a product you can trust. Again, that word trust. Something that you can always, once it's in store, something you could just go to the store and pick up. A brand, basically, you don't have to think about what's in it. You know what's in it. You know that, hey, I'm a vegan person. Of course, I'm gonna use this vegan product. Or I need a great manicure to last me 4 days. Oh, I know Jessie Monroe Nail Care is not gonna chip within 4 days. I'm good. You know, it's gonna hold me over for this vacation real quick. I just want people to know that it's a trusting brand and it's a great story behind my brand. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm very open and honest about my brand. So
Mm-hmm.
I just want the brand to be a household name.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely. Now, where can people find you on social media, and how can people get access to your products and nail tools?
Okay, so our name on social media, on Instagram as well as Facebook, is Jessie Monroe Nail Care.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we're also on TikTok. I have some crazy videos on there. Um, Same as Jessie Monroe Nail Care. I try to keep everything as Jessie Monroe Nail Care. You can buy my products at jessiemonroenailcare.com.
Mm-hmm.
Join my subscription list. Like tonight, I have an email going out regarding restocking tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So with my emails, I'm not one that like a lot of emails. So I make sure I only email my subscribers bi-weekly regarding, nail care, nail health. And when it's restock time, that's it. I'm not emailing you every day, hey, buy this. No. I try to keep it the way I want people to treat me. That's how I treat my customers, my loves, my family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, most definitely. And I think I'm subscribed to your newsletter. So I like how, there's a lot of the updates in terms of the products and stuff like that. And I have to try your products, because I love like.
Oh, I gotta send you some. Send me your address. I'm sorry, I didn't know you didn't have it.
Yeah. I'll definitely send you my information. I would love to try some of your nail polishes. That'd be really, really cool.
Yes.
But thank you so much, for, getting on the show. I'm so happy to have met you. You are such a wonderful and positive person. Thank you so much for sharing your story. Keep doing you, keep shining, keep being successful, keep striving to be the best that you can be. And, I'm very inspired by you and, your go-getterness. Thank you so much for getting on the show. Thank you so much. Such a pleasure to have you.
Thank you so much for having me. And I really do appreciate this. And I enjoyed you popping up on my live in January. That was great too. What happens when you give people a chance? You just never know how they'll bless you later. So thank you for actually checking off one thing on my vision board. My vision board was to have an interview by someone in the nail community. So thank you for checking that mark off my board.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're quite welcome. And it's really, really nice, especially with now, we can support each other. It's really our time to support, our businesses and things like that and what we do. So, just thank you so much again. It's been such a good pleasure to have you. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you so much. Have a great one.
Yeah, same to you. Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye.
Hello everyone, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to click the bell for notifications. Also follow me on my social media platforms and visit my website, ASIATHABIRD.com, and be on the lookout for more interviews to come very soon. Take care and stay beautiful.